I should be the star of the sandwich. Everyone loves tomatoes. I'm juicy, vibrant, and add the perfect touch of tanginess. Without me, sandwiches would be dull and lifeless. Just imagine a sandwich without that burst of red goodness.
Excuse me. Without lettuce, sandwiches are just boring. I bring the crunch and the freshness. Without my crisp green leaves, sandwiches would be soggy and unappealing. You need me to balance out all the flavors and textures.
One sunny day, the kitchen was filled with the aroma of freshly baked bread and the sound of sizzling bacon. The sun was shining brightly through the window, casting a warm glow over the countertops. Two friends, Tim the tomato and Letty the lettuce, were having a heated debate. They had been best friends for years, but today, they found themselves on opposite sides of a culinary argument. They were arguing in the kitchen, each convinced that they were the most important ingredient in a sandwich. Their voices echoed through the room as they passionately defended their positions. The other ingredients watched in silence, unsure of how to resolve the dispute. Even Cheddar the cheese, who usually stayed out of such arguments, couldn't help but feel a bit anxious. He knew that every ingredient had its own unique role to play, and he hoped that Tim and Letty would soon realize that too.
Hey, calm down you two. A sandwich isn't a sandwich without teamwork. We need to work together to make the perfect sandwich. Each ingredient has its own special role to play. The tomatoes bring a juicy freshness, the lettuce adds a crisp crunch, the cheese gives a creamy texture, and the mayo ties everything together with its smooth richness. Without each of these elements, our sandwich just wouldn't be the same. So, let's all do our part and create something delicious.
Yeah, we need everyone to make this work. Tomatoes, lettuce, cheese, and even a little mayo. Imagine biting into a sandwich that's missing one of these key ingredients. It just wouldn't be as satisfying. The tomatoes add that burst of flavor, the lettuce gives it a refreshing bite, the cheese melts in your mouth, and the mayo adds that perfect finishing touch. So, let's all come together and make the best sandwich ever. Teamwork makes the dream work, after all.
Did someone call for flavor?
Upbeat montage. Tim and Letty are in the kitchen ready to make the perfect sandwich. They gather all the ingredients: fresh cheese slices, creamy mayo, crisp lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and perfectly baked bread. Tim carefully spreads the mayo on each slice of bread while Letty arranges the cheese and lettuce with precision. The bread bros, two animated slices of bread, clap their crusts in excitement as the sandwich starts to come together. Tim adds the final touch with a sprinkle of salt and pepper. Letty gives a thumbs up and they both smile proudly at their creation. The camera zooms in on the perfectly stacked sandwich, showcasing the layers of deliciousness. The scene ends with Tim and Letty high-fiving, celebrating their teamwork and the perfect sandwich they just made.